today, a matchup of division rivals at
I've already played
opposite
a couple
ends of
times
the
and
standings
lost.
between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox.
We're going to play this game.
J.D.
Move
Martinez.
forward. So they're closing into the season.
Tanner Houck is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Boston. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Verdugo waits on it. Makes the play, one away.
Verdugo got it.
And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Matt, I know these guys are looking for better results from Ryan Mountcastle today. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. Looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend, Matthew Ross. Very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
And a step on first himself for the out. Jonathan India digging in now. He's fighting to stay on that AL home run leaderboard as he finds himself ranked number 10 in the league entering play here today. No balls and 1 strike. And that one got a piece of him.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Ryan Mountcastle is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
India
is off first with 2 away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Orioles lead 1. O's 0. Sox coming to the plate. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Connor Green, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
It's not easy as a rookie to go out there and establish yourself. Get the off-speed pitches over and just try to be the same pitcher that you were in the minor leagues. And one of the big keys, not get ahead of yourself.
Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, they come into game 2 of this series riding high. A huge 1-run victory yesterday, able to do the little things to put them over the top. Hopefully that leads to some momentum in game 2.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
The count is 2-1.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Scooped up. And there's 1 away. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cave is there, 2 gone. Now to the plate, here is J.D. Martinez. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Ball, that's in.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught onto their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
In there, a base hit. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. New inning set to get underway. And digging in is the outfielder, Austin Meadows. Here's a pop-up now. Dahlbeck is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So bases are empty with 1 out now. And it'll be the left-handed bat of Jake Cave digging in. A ball and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. And he'll just watch the splitter here. 2-1.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare. Almost unhittable. Nasty downward action. High 80s velocity.
On the run is Verdugo. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone. And digging in at the plate next will be Jorge Mateo. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You can tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well.
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up Bobby Dahlbeck.
The first baseman, Bobby.
And now the first pitch. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1 to the Red Sox first baseman.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
And this will be nowhere close as his controlled asserts it here. It's a 5-pitch walk. And stepping in, Xander Bogaerts. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Two balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
And the 2-1 to 2-2 now. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Dahlbeck, base runner at first with 1 out. Lined into right, a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. Staubach rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. Danny Santana will come on now to replace him as he's into pinch run following the injury.
Batting center, the right fielder, number 88.
At the plate, number 88. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. Here comes the 1-2.
Nope.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Red Sox on top in the early going. 1-0 as we play the second. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. The next 3-2. Ball four.
That's upstairs. Ball four.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
From the belt, the pitch. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. The 0-1 pitch.
That's the ball.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Right side, but it's well fouled. Runners are at first and third, one away. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
And he fouls this one off. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The next 3-2. He pulls this one into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Standing in now, Christian Vasquez pulls this one in the air out to left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 3-0 game.
That was a good, controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
And now here is Kike Hernandez, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Base hit, line drive into the corner. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, he had to be sitting on a fastball, D'Lo, right there, because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from third.
Yeah, Dan, you can tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hit.
Rafael Devers the next to bat, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a.
And this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he needs to find that curveball again.
4 runs here in this half inning. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Ripped down the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So Danny Santana will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. So next to hit is number 1, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Number 1 goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Swing and a liner. And the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
Snap throw to first. Well, he dives back safely. Daza, the runner at first with 2 gone. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding his zone.
Weak roller right side. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 4-0. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Bottom of the
The
third
designated
now,
hitter.
and digging in is the
JD.
veteran DH,
Oh, that's
J.D.
right.
Martinez. 1-0 the count. Hard liner to center field. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox after the inning.
Well, pitching poorly once like he did in his last start, it's going to happen here or there, but he's struggling here again, too, and there has to be some concern. And part of it is probably psychological. He's got to get those here we go again thoughts out of his head.
Bobby Dahlbeck stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. He'll enter play with a good chance to get over 300. He's at 298, 26 home runs, and 76 driven in. Line drive to center field. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. And he'll take a look at ball one. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. This is hit softly to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Batting fifth.
Next, it'll be Danny Santana. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. He's set. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Runners are at first and second with one away. In the dirt here. The 1-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. To second for one. So now to the plate, number 88. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Now the first pitch. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike one.
Nope.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Ball 1 strike.
And here's one that misses as the count moves to 2-1 on the Boston right fielder.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
And boy, well hit, but out of play into the stands in deep right. 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
Good battle. Count remains full. He struck him out. In and out of trouble as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple, but they're in front 4-0. All set for the start of the inning, and in to swing the bat next is Jonathan India. Back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
That
bring up Ryan Mountcastle as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
On a line to shortstop, and the runner gets back. No double play. Next up is Austin Meadows. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
No, that's a foul ball.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a soft liner. The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Kyle Schwarber. First offering on its way. And right into the shift. Reined in. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So 1 down, no one aboard. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. First pitch on its way. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's in there. Base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Vasquez stands at first with 1 out. Swinging a ground ball to third, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. From the belt, the pitch, and a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Rafael Devers is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. This ball's hit a ton out to center field. And that is off the wall. Vasquez rounds the corner and is headed home. The relay throw, and he is in there with an RBI triple.
Anytime the ball is hit that hard to deep center, you know it's going to be a tough play. The center fielder gets chased, but it ends up coming off the wall, and by that time, you knew it was going to be a triple.
Comes the Baltimore skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So it's an early shower here this afternoon as this will not go down as one of his better outings. J.D. Martinez is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitter's counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Red Sox settled for just the one. We played. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth. All ready to go in the top of the fifth. And in to hit next will be Jake Cave. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. And there's ball one. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Number 88 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Now into the box. Jorge Mateo flew out last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball one.
Well, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
That evens it up 1-1. Now here it comes. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Cue shot here out towards short. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Well, that's got to be frustrating right there. You execute a pitch, a nice, good pitch right there. Batter's able to get a little lucky, stayed through it, caught it off the end of the bat. Not his best swing, but he's able to find a hole in the outfield.
Throw to first, not in time. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Severino has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. That's down into left center for a base hit. Now this gets all the way to the wall. Mateo is on his way home. Now the relay home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Down and away, ball 1. And that one yanked just foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. 2-2.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Fouled off. Now another 2-2. This one's flared toward left center. Bogarts has a play, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Daza. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the stretch. Ball 1, taken just off the inside.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
2 out here and a runner at second. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Red Sox lead it 5-1. That'll bring up Bobby Dahlbeck. Singled last time up.
Red Sox, the first baseman, Bobby.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. A 1 pitch on its way.
8-2.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Now at the plate, Xander Bogaerts. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lopez features one of the biggest yackers in the game. Curveball's got a ton of movement. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder is on the move, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Striding in for Boston, Danny Santana comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on the way.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Now the 1-0 gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike. Hit back up the middle. Over to first, and that retires the side. Now to bat, Ramon Urias. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tucked, the hip tucked, was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
To the plate now, Jonathan India. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Here it comes, 1-0. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Here comes the 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. A strikeout and a line out for him so far. As he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Santana is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next to hit, Austin Meadows. Third AB for him here. His previous efforts have resulted in a pop-out and a double play.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
Behind 0-2 now. There he goes. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Left fielder looking up, and it's gone into the monster seats.
When you're facing an elite starter, you know run.
Now back, the center fielder, David.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So his final ledger will show just 5 2/3 innings of work, but he did what he needed to do in this one. Jake Cave is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. the Orioles strike for 2 thanks to the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. Ready now is number 88. 0-for-1 with a run scored thus far.
The right fielder, number 88.
First pitch on its way. Smoke toward third. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The left fielder.
Next to hit is Kyle Schwarber. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. He's set and the pitch. Ball 1, well below the zone. Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. 1-1 to Schwarber. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Now a sinker's low off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Swing and a liner. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8-9 hole, there's some solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you You're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
So now to the plate, Christian Vasquez, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. One there on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Jorge Mateo.
This is the part of the game where I think we really start seeing what teams are made of, both in terms of battling back, showing some resiliency, and in terms of knowing how to play with the lead, locking down that W.
Popped him up. Bogarts into shallow center. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those lawn darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jam, off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Snap throw from the catcher, but he's back in safely. The 0-1 pitch. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
Wow, that was a pretty good 2-strike slider right there. I think that would fool them, and the umpire too.
Their count now at 2-2. They really bunch him up on that one. He swings and misses for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Number 1 is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Here's the first pitch to him. Jonathan Daza comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Swing and a flare down the line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the lead will shrink to 1 as the run scores from second to make it 5-4 now. In now, Ramon Urias. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And a relay to the plate. He's safe at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 7th.
You know, it's awfully difficult to score runs late in the game after being down by 1, D-Row. That base hit drives in 2. That's a huge base hit.
What a momentum swing. What an AB right there. Now you got to grab your leather and go out and flash some D for the boys.
Well, he has nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home to score all sorts of ways. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Hernandez over to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles' first baseman.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.